The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
Welcome to Dueling Comedians, where two comedians clash to see whose comedy kills and who gets killed.
Figuratively speaking, of course.
All this to determine who claims the coveted Dueling Comedians trophy. This is Dueling Comedians.
Dueling Comedians is a wholly owned subsidiary of nothing in particular. I run herd over it. I'm Tony V. And sitting next to me today, on today's episode, we're in an episode. Did you know that?
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, this is Shawn Carter.
Hi.
Correct?
That's correct.
They're in my best Bostonese, Shawn Carter. I got little Shawnee Carter with me. He's going to tell some of his stories. His mother was funny. I liked her. She was good. And I suspect her Shawn is just as funny. How are you, Shawn?
Great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Now, tell us about you. This show is an experiment in as much as they give me a microphone and don't tell me anything else. And, I've had a bunch of old friends on and people I've known for years. And we've known each other for years, but we don't know a whole lot about each other.
Sure. We hardly get a chance to sit down and talk.
Right. We've done shows together. You've hired me and vice versa. We've done things. You run your own shows. You're like a different breed of Boston comic than I am.
Sure, yeah.
Right. Would you say? I mean, is that you can dispute this?
No, I think. I mean, as far as I think generationally, like certainly you came a lot sooner than I did.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. There's no. Yeah. Oh, before we go any further, let me introduce you to my sidekick. That's Laugh Track Larry over there.
Hey, Larry.
He's the high octane portion of the show.
That opening music always gets me
Get you a little bit jazzed.
Up.
Yeah. We've had to start making him wear pants because it was just getting a little bit too much with the music.
Yeah, I missed my opportunity to get the full shot.
Yeah, it happened months ago. So where do you hail from and all of that?
I'm originally from Rockland, Massachusetts, so just slightly.
So you're a local fella.
South of Boston.
Right. They have a bank down there.
They do. They have a couple banks.
The Rockland Trust.
Yeah.
I've heard of.
Rockland Trust, Federal Credit Union, savings. I mean, you name it. They got the bank for it.
They got that. They bank for the bank.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Yeah. I don't know why that. But Rockland's down off of 95, 495?
It's 93, yeah. Off 93.
Off of 93?
No, Route 3, sorry.
Route 3.
Take 93 to 3.
South?
Right there, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Like 58 and 18 is all that way. Yeah.
We're surrounded by like Weymouth and Marshfield.
As an old guy, can I just say this? The direction apps that you have on your phone, like Waze and the Terry, that's really taken away everything from old men. You understand that? Because that's all old men can talk about now. Like if we're at we seldom go out with other people. But if you're at a party, that's all old guys talk about. How'd you get here? Oh, I took 18, but now you don't need that anymore.
Is that an age thing?
That's an age thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Guys can't relate to anything. Anybody else at any level. So that's a guy's way of getting into another guy's head. Oh, I took 24 and it saved me 3.5 minutes. Oh, I went 53 and, there are too many stoplights. But now you just go, I put it in my phone.
I always thought it was sports. That's how you talk to other guys.
That leads into sports, but you need something to break the ice because you can't break right into.
Right.
Because there's turf wars and beefs over. Sports.
What if they're not from Boston?
Right. Yeah. Or if they're not from Boston, you got nothing to say, and there's going to be fisticuffs.
Good point.
Right, because we're hated everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm the kind of guy. I'm a guy, right? But I don't know specifics. Like if you ask me, who threw the pitch that struck out the last guy in the of the third game of the 87, I'd go, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But I know I like watching baseball and stuff like that, and I can get into generalities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I want to bring up since we're here?
Ahead,
we're at the smoke shop, right?
Two guys.
One
of the finest smoke emporiums on the planet. We reside in a loft above there. You know, if I didn't have to go home, I wouldn't.
I think there's some people here that haven't gone home in a while.
Yeah, sure.
Downstairs.
Why would you?
Yeah, of course. So I went on a cruise, and they have like a smoke room.
Oh yeah,
on the cruise
they have a lounge. Yeah, lounge.
And my brothers, they got these cigars, and they go like, "This is going to be a good time." I don't know anything about cigars,
right?
Yeah. They go, "This will be a good time. We'll go sit in the lounge and we'll have a drink and all that." And I'm like, "Great, just to hang out with my brothers, you know,
talk about male bonding."
Yeah,
brothers.
Exactly.
You got some of the same blood running through you. Let's see where this runs.
Yeah, so we go down there and we're sitting there, and I feel like a little fancy now. I got a nice big cigar. I got like
drink
some bourbon,
in one hand. Yeah,
and we light them, and within 30 seconds, my brother goes, "I don't like this," and he just leaves.
That was it.
Yeah, and I go like, "Well, now I'll just sit here, I guess." By myself.
So your whole bonding experience, did he not like the cigar he had, or the whole thing?
He didn't like the cigar, which could be any cigar. He could have just picked up.
He doesn't know anything about it.
Right. Yeah. But he wasn't a cigar guy either, so he just was like, "This will be nice.
This is a thing to do. I'm with my brother. We'll hang out."
And I'm like, "This is enjoyable. Why won't you stay here?" So maybe it was me.
Maybe it's you. Maybe he didn't have anything to say to you.
Yeah.
What's the age difference?
Both my brothers are within a couple of years of me. Yeah, I have one older brother that's a year and a half older, and
all right, so you're in the same wheelhouse. You have the same reference points and stuff like that. Maybe he's just a dick. You ever think about that?
I've thought about that a lot. Yeah,
right. Like you don't ever want to come to that realization, but you go, "Geez, maybe my brother's a dick."
When's this airing? Because he's got to help me move next week.
Yeah,
so.
No, it'll be next month. So
okay, yeah. He's awful.
Yeah. And that's me. That's not Shawn saying that. It's Tony V. Just speculating.
Right.
That's all. You know, shifting gears a little bit. One of the things I like about your humor, and again, as everybody I ask on the show, I'm a fan as well as.
Oh, thank you.
You know, need people here, but I ask people who I like and their humor, and as a person, until we run out, and then I'll just talk to any fucking idiot that happens through the door. But you like to push buttons.
Yeah.
You're a button pusher on Facebook and on the social media. You will just throw out something like totally that's just going to anger every person in the world.
Yeah.
Right.
I find the key to really getting a lot of reaction is that you pick something universally loved, and then you say that it's not as good as something that's just kind of well liked.
Right.
And then people just lose their minds. Right.
Isn't it great? Because I've seen some of your posts and I go, he's a pot stirrer. That's why I love him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you'll just put something out like, Tom Brady. Yeah. I don't get it.
I think one time I wrote Tom Brady's the greatest system quarterback of all time, and people lost their minds.
And it's really the word system.
Oh yeah,
that's the part I love about it. It's so subtle, and but it riles people up. And I read the comments, and I just go, I love this kid.
You can't be right necessarily, but you got to be able to make an argument for what you're saying. So like when I say that, I go like, well, look, he's had Belichick the whole time, and if you think Belichick's the greatest, then maybe Tom Brady's just a guy. And people lose it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sports is the best way to get people to lose their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you ever want to, just get out of someplace, just start a conversation about sports and back off. And people will start swinging.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff like that. Yeah, that's one of the things. So how do they find you so they can get provocative with you?
Well, if you want to follow my Facebook feed, which is a lot of arguments, but not political, just about stuff like that.
Right.
I'm on there. My name's Shawn Carter. You can find me, Shawn Carter Comedy, if you're looking for me on Facebook.
Right. And where do you run shows? You run shows yourself.
God. Monday at Sally O'Brien's in Somerville, Wednesday at the Poor House in Boston, and Friday at Maggie's Lounge in Quincy.
Oh, I've been to Maggie's Lounge, have I not?
You were at the Iron Furnace.
Oh, the Iron Furnace, which is also in Quincy. That was a fun show. Your dad came out to see me.
That's right.
That's how I'm one of your dad's favorite comedians.
You're his favorite comedian.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
He was blown away that you came out. He couldn't believe it.
I love that guy. All right, that's the cue music. That means we're going to hear about what goes on here. And then we'll come back, and it's dueling time. And remember, it's all about the coveted trophy. Larry, you okay?
I'm good.
That's all I care about.
Hey, Alexa, subscribe to the Dueling Comedians podcast, will ya? That's a good girl.
This is David Garofalo, and you've heard me say it over and over again for many years. Please support your local cigar retailer. And I mean it. If you don't buy from them, they will go away, and then what? There'll be no place to go. That being said, sometimes you're far away from any cigar shops or a place that doesn't carry the stuff you've been hearing about and you want to try it. That's where twoguyscigars.com comes in. It's the number twoguyscigars.com. And unlike most online cigar shops, at twoguyscigars.com, you can buy a single cigar of whatever you want. You don't have to buy boxes or even 5-packs and suffer through cigars you might not even like. One of this and one of that is acceptable, appreciated, and commonplace at twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2guyscigars.com. Thank you for your business.
More music, more comedy on Dueling Comedians. I'm Tony V. I'm sitting here with Shawn Carter.
Hello.
Who hails from Rockland, Massachusetts. One of the younger guard, I like to say, of comedy. A guy who does comedy from the heart and likes to stir the shit, which is aces in my book.
Thanks.
So I'm really happy when I ask young people to come and they respond the way you did. So I thank you for coming in. You had any experiences that you would not prepared for in comedy? Did anything ever jump out at you that made you rethink what you were thinking about doing? Like you run an open mic night, there's got to be, like a lunatic that comes in and you're afraid for your life.
Yeah.
Does that still happen?
Yeah. The amount of times that I've been hosting an open mic and a guy has been on stage and then they just get like real serious for a second. If they're wearing like a trench coat or something and they reach in there, you know what I mean? Like they reach in the breast pocket.
Sure, it gives you a little pause.
I just go like, this is the end.
Right. What a fitting ending, too, right?
Oh my God! If I died hosting an open mic,
wouldn't that be so good? I dream of that sometimes about like I don't want to be the guy who just like, he went peacefully into sleep at 94. I want a story. I want I don't know, he got crushed by a 18-wheeler. He was on a scooter going to a gig in Rockland, and you go, of course that's how he died.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen that many like crazy things. It's usually the heckling that gets me.
Right. Oh yeah. Don't you find it odd that some 35 or 7 years since the comedy boom happened, people have seen it, they know about it. It's a thing now. When we started, it wasn't a thing, and you would expect this is people die, but you would think by now they would get it. But there's still dickheads. There's still people who think they're helping.
Yeah, there's no like Netflix special that you watch where somebody's yelling in the crowd and the comic is just like, this is great.
It's fantastic. Right.
Just everything I need here.
The closest thing I ever remember to something like that, and this predates the internet and specials even on HBO and Showtime and all of that, Richard Pryor used to put out movies of, his films. You'd go to the theater to see Richard Pryor. And I think by this third or fourth one, he had just had it, and he left the heckling in. You know what I mean? Like one of his specials in a movie theater is him dealing with the heckler. And I just said, even you're Richard Pryor. Yeah. You know what I mean? You think you've done everything you can do, and still there's somebody who goes to the show going, I'm going to show him.
Yeah. They go like, I'm helping. Yeah.
Yeah. They come up to you afterwards. I helped, right? Right. Yeah. Because I would have had nothing to say if you didn't chirp.
Oh, I did. Like I said, I have the show on Wednesday nights at the Poorhouse, and I was doing that one night, and there were these guys in the back that were being pretty rude, and they're a group of women, young women, attractive, And this guy comes over and he slips one of them a note. And these girls are loving the show. They're cracking up.
Right.
And he slips her a note. And the note says, hey, since you're easily impressed and you laugh at everything, like maybe you'll like me. I'm a joke or whatever. You know?
Right.
But I get his point. He's being self-deprecating.
A real goodwill hunting moment.
Yeah. He's being a little self-deprecating, but he's being a little mean to the show.
Right.
Which these girls are loving.
Right.
So they give me the note. He's already left.
Right.
So I call him from the stage because he left his phone number.
Oh, that's genius.
He didn't answer. I just left him a message.
Yeah. That's the kind. See, that's what makes humor. All right, Shawn. Now it's time to see what's going to happen here during the duel part. That's the music. And remember, I hate to keep throwing this in my guests' faces, but this could be coming home with you.
Okay.
All right? That's the coveted trophy. So I'm going to hit the button. You're going to joke, and we're going to see what happens.
Okay, so I was on a job interview recently, and the guy asked me if I could sum up my academic career in 2 words, and I said, community college dropout.
I'll stay with your college theme since you sparked that in me. I never understood the differences in colleges. Like Harvard University has the reputation of being the best college, arguably the best college in the country. What happens at the other colleges? Are they holding back information on these kids? Like there's a professor in front of a class in biology going, geez, I'd love to tell you that, but I can't. You'd have to go to Harvard if you wanted to learn that. It's going to cost you a lot more money.
All right. If we're going down the college path, here we go. Okay. I get nervous doing college shows because I'm not well educated, you know? Like, I mean, if it's UMass, I'm probably fine. But I got invited to do MIT.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really, smart kids there.
Sure.
And after the show, I asked this kid, what are you studying? And he said, math. And I was like, of course it's math. And then I realized that he thinks I can't understand the words,
right? Like if
to his major, and I press him and I go, "What are you really studying?" And he said, "Okay, fine." He goes, "I study moduli space of pseudo-holomorphic curves and Lagrangian intersection theory." Right?
Sure.
And then I go like, "Okay, like you could have just said math." Dude. I don't know why I was pressing him for a better answer. What did I think he was going to say? Long division?
Long division. I'll see that one too. And my wife works over at MIT at a visual arts center. And she is always telling me how smart people are over there. And somebody over at MIT could be walking around with like the cure for cancer. But they are going to get hit by my car if they don't look up from their phones walking across the street with no shoes on in the middle of winter. You got to pick your smarts.
All right, so you mentioned being married. I am married. I'm divorced, obviously, and
obviously.
Look, hey, I'm not here to talk trash about my ex-wife. That's not why I'm here. But if I had one complaint, it's probably that she was a little bit controlling. Like she's mad at me because I just changed my name back.
My wife has a special kind of wife herring that I don't know if yours had. She can be 2 rooms away from me, but when my ass hits a couch cushion, she knows it. As soon as Dumpling touches fabric, she goes, "What are you doing? You're not sitting down, are you?" "Nope, never got there."
Oh yeah, I'm familiar. And also, I should mention this. I can relate once again because I just got remarried this past year.
Sucker.
And I know people trash internet dating a lot, but I met my wife online. In fact, I met a lot of people's wives online.
Out take it back a step further than that. I want to know who the first people that get married were. There had to be a happy time where there was no one married. People were just walking around banging anybody, and, you know, kids were dropping out, and they were shooting woolly mammoths and riding tigers. And then one day, a woman, I'm sure, went, hey, you know, the person 2 caves over is married. When does that happen around here? And that's when society went to hell. That buzzer means we're done. Shawn, that was very good. That's why I like your biting sense of humor.
Tony.
That was great. Tell people while Larry's contemplating this, tell them where people can find you again.
All right. Best place probably is at Maggie's Lounge in Quincy on Friday nights. I host a show there called Pick a Side Stupid, which actually is a comedy debate show where comedians face off.
That's great. I'd love to do that sometime.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to have you.
Yeah, I'm opinionated, if you didn't know. Larry, have you come to some sort of a determination over there? Well, please, would you sit down for the love of God?
I get excited.
I know.
First off, I have to say, Shawn is funny AF.
Okay. All right. We got that one.
Yep.
Yep. We can actually say it. We're on the air. He's funny as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not big on cussing.
All right. Well, you beep that out then. I don't care.
All right. Well, I will go over to the Facebook and follow.
Yep. You have the Facebook, do you?
Yeah, I have the Facebook, and I trust your judgment.
Yeah, you should.
You said he's funny.
He's funny.
But guess what?
What? Aren't you nervous?
He's not funny enough today
to
you.
Oh, God. I feel so bad. But no one goes away from Dueling Comedians empty-handed.
All right.
Here's some Dueling Comedian stickers that you can hand out to your friends.
I love it.
And acquaintances, loved ones, and hated people.
Nice.
You stick those anywhere, and people know that you are on Dueling Comedians. We're going to keep doing this even after they make us stop. I'm just going to show up and shout this show from street corners all up and down the East Coast. Until then, find us at the UPN networks or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks to Shawn Carter, the folks here at Two Guys. I'm Tony V. And until something worse happens, I'll be here.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.